CEO, and welcome back to another Speak Up SattaDays, episode 14, Mind Your Manners. And before I get into that, yes, I know I wear my moods on my face. It is definitely uncontrollable. I'm restless. Yes, I know you can see it. I've been up and out since this morning, handling my business, running errands, making my appointments. I was even working on my fitness while I was out there, and it wasn't even pertaining to the fitness. It was more so to keep me awake because I was falling asleep on the commutes to and from because I've been up since yesterday. And a couple of hours that I did get yesterday, it was after being up for a couple of days. But moving forward, we still got things to do. I still got to pay this message forward. I had a conversation with my peoples, and we feel like this is something that needs to be talked about, okay? Mind your manners. Remember that you do not know it all. And when you are giving advice, do it from a genuine spot in your heart. Do it from a genuine space, a loving space. Pushing positivity, peace, love, optimism, and all of those things. Yes, it is a necessity for us to raise the vibrations, okay? But if you're looking at somebody in a condescending manner because they're not moving in the form of fashion that you want them to, that is self-centered, that is narcissistic, that is very much weird. It's very much weird, and it's inconsiderate, all right? Now, to the people who feel like they want to compare themselves to other people because they're not in a situation or in a space that they want to be in, or they see something and they feel like, they're lesser than and they're disappointed with themselves, don't be, because y'all are not walking the same path. We are all in this human experience together, yes. However, we are not walking the same path. And y'all already know I'm not going to speak on something without speaking on myself. And I say that to say I show up even when it hurts, when I'm tired, when I'm drained, you feel me? Sometimes I may say, whatever, and I gotta feed my soul before society, because that's just what it is. I'm not a streamer. I don't have to pick up my phone 24/7 and show you the good days, bad days, or anything, you feel me? As far as advice though, before we get into that, if anybody knows how to get bird crap out of their bag, please do put me on. Now, moving forward, a lot of people will give you advice from a space they know nothing about. They don't know nothing about what it takes to be you. They're looking at you with your pot of milk, can milk, no milk, with their gallon of milk, and feeling like you need to be on the same level as them, or you need to be moving how they're moving, and that's not the case at all. They're in their position so that they can pay their experiences forward and vice versa, all right? But to feel like you have to be condescending to people or you have to degrade people because they're not in the space that you want them to be is weird, bro. And I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to realize, like, we're all people together. If you hadn't learned not to idolize people or not to take things that you see face value, surface level things so literally, I don't know what to tell you, because the same people that you out here paying attention to that ain't paying you absolutely no mind, they're people too. And sometimes people will give you advice from a space that they feel like they have the best advice for you or they have the best suggestions for you. And tomorrow they may gain an experience or some knowledge and wisdom that actually makes them contradict that same advice that they gave you, because they had to grow out of that mindset, and perspective is subjective. You understand what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Don't take everything literally, and people that are out here telling people what they should do and how they should be, mind your manners. And it's not always what you say, it's how you're saying it. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to push gentle guidance, like, gentle parenting for adults. I'm not saying that at all, because I know that a lot of the world is sensitive now, and it's because of a lack of assertion. I won't say aggression, but assertion and discipline. Yes. However, that doesn't mean be an asshole. The world has enough assholes, including me. But, I'm mindful now. I have self-awareness and I take accountability. So I'm only an asshole when necessary. I do a lot more communicating than I do reacting now, And if I do have something that maybe grinded my gears or whatever, I do my best to take from that situation and learn from it. And even if I don't fully agree, or if I don't feel like the message had been delivered correctly, I may still ponder on it and I may still grasp what I needed from it, and I won't react to it the way that you expect me to, because I'm more about my peace and sustaining that and pushing the knowledge and wisdom and experiences that I've gained forward, so that's another thing. Don't always take everything that people say literally or to heart, because sometimes you may take those suggestions and that advice and it may not work out for you, and now you're just going to disappoint yourself because y'all are not in the same position for them to have even given you that advice. They haven't really conversed with you or communicated with you in order for them to gain some kind of insight on what it is that you're dealing with either. Again, I'm one of those people where I make it look good, and because I'm not exactly where I want to be or where people would like to see me, they choose to disregard the fact that I actually do show up or I have a gift or whatever, because they want me to show up a certain way. But meanwhile, they'll go out and entertain and engage in the bare minimum and the dumbest things that you've ever seen. Now me, I'm a fool. I love comedy. I love whatever like is entertaining to me and will distract me from certain things sometimes. So you may see me repost some things that is just like, Cook, you into that? Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes somebody might tell you something today, they might not agree with it tomorrow. Because we're people, bro. We don't know everything. You don't know everything. So for you to act as if you do, don't do that. And a lot of people, they want to act like they do certain things from a loving space or whatever, but sometimes it just be control. Because like I said, they want to see you show up how they want you to, opposed to how you should be, okay? Do what works for you. Nobody knows what it takes to be me. People see me and like, oh, well, she looks good, so... And what that mean? What does that mean? This is why people be getting caught up out there. You're caught out there. But yeah, be mindful. Mind your manners, bro. And certain people too, like they'll love a challenge until it, pertains to a certain aspect of their life, and you start challenging certain things that other people hadn't challenged. And now, you'll see that condescending energy coming from them, that degrading energy from them, because they thought that they could control the narrative. Meanwhile, you ain't floating nobody else's boat. You're not driving a boat, bro. Some people are actually out here putting holes in your ship. Where did I hear that from? I don't know. But some people are actually out here putting holes in your ship because they want you to show up in a certain form and fashion, because sometimes they want to be a part of that. Sometimes they see something in you that they don't have, that you don't, they see something in you that you don't see and that they want around. And unless you allow them in a space where they can actually benefit from that and profit from that, sometimes, most times, if they're not allowed that grace, they don't really care about what it is that you're going through for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not even having the conversations with you, the communication with you to gain that insight that they need to be giving you that advice. So be mindful of that too. Like, I'm not a streamer, so I'm not always picking up my phone when I go outside. I've been outside every single day. Just because I'm not around you don't mean nothing. I have my reasons for why I'm not around the people that I know. Okay? And it's not always a negative reason for real. It's really just me and my mindset. Like I said, I'm going through battles that people don't know nothing about. And I still show up for myself. You can say what you want to say. Oh, people could look at you and be like, oh, you ain't been shopping. Oh, you ain't this and you ain't that. But I bet you that credit score is up there. Yeah. I bet you that credit score done got back up there. Yeah. I bet you them bills is paid though. Yeah. I bet you I got some bread to go get me whatever I need to go eat or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Okay? Just because I can't show up in your world the way that you want me to show up don't mean, okay, that I ain't showing up at all. It don't mean that things ain't moving how it's supposed to be moving. God is working. God doing what he got to do over here. Just because you ain't a part of that don't mean that you should have anything to say. All right? Be mindful. Mind your manners. Because when those people actually do get up on that good foot and they actually do utilize them tools and things get better, especially myself, you feel me? You better lay low. Now, I say that to say, spread love, peace, optimism, good energy, and don't do it from a nasty place. Don't do it from a condescending place or try to do it to be degrading. It's weird. It's nasty work. Love you. Have a great one. And happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there. Purr. See y'all later.